My name is Nachiket Kumar and I come from the city of Lucknow. I want to shift my paradigm from technical domain to the management side. I got a call from at EdHic because they were offering me not that much, but at least like manageable kind of the scholarship. In total, it's a 18-month program. The restructuring in UK and the job market and the economy was not doing really well after Brexit. I joined a startup. I was working under the CEO, so it was a bit stressful at the beginning sometimes. Marketing is very interesting, definitely. Consulting doesn't mean that you are only going to consult people, taking a bird eye view on the problem and then getting to the core of that. So that was my thing.
What is one key tip on how you managed to crack the interview?
I chose to apply first and then I submitted my letter of motivation. So that is very important to all the people who are willing to apply to the universities abroad, because your score is just a part of your application. They also see what experiences you carry, what kind of co-curricular activities and extra co-curricular activities you have done in your bachelor's or maybe while you were working, and what are the things you have achieved apart from your work. And so you need to write it as a letter of motivation, or maybe you can say SOP, statement of purpose. So that is one of the major part of your application process, and based on that they evaluate your application, your work ex, your background, your previous bachelor's degree, your score grades, your SOP, what I say, like the letter of motivation. And apart from that, yes, then it comes about the interview process. For few universities, I had a chance to directly connect with the university SPOC who was taking my interview. But for my school, I got an invitation for an automated interview round. It was based on the questions which were coming on the screen, and it was a live interview though, because the interviewer was not in front of me, but he was actually proctoring me over the laptop. So I'll advise just to like stay calm before the interview and make yourself acquainted in a quiet room where you don't find any disturbance, and the lighting should be good so that you will be visible enough, and should have like already practiced few times in front of mirror how to not fumble during the interview. So my interview was based about on like knowing myself, from what I do, where I come from, and what are my thoughts about country like France, and why I want to do this course, and like most importantly, what are my plans after this course. So I planned according to that. I mean, I was quite spontaneous that time because no one can know what the interviewer is going to ask. I'll advise this: keep practicing, or like keep giving a mock interview with yourself, or like keep watching some interview videos on YouTube or something, so that you get more confident on yourself and like would be able to articulate yourself in a more pleasant way.
I was about to ask you like if you could give me 2 questions which you remember. So you answered it before I asked. So yeah, thank you so much. Regarding your course, strategy, organization and consulting, what did you actually study, or could you explain, for example, 3 to 4 modules or subjects which you did?
So it was, as you know, it was a year program, and the few subjects I can name them are IT strategy, foresight and sustainability, a base of marketing management, and finance definitely, and apart from that, operations, data modeling, business modeling. So all these were the, I guess, core subjects. And most importantly, as it was a consulting program, so M&A, yes, mergers and acquisition, but on the strategy part, because M&A is of 2 types. One is of like finance and one is on the strategy. So we were knowing the strategy side for the due diligence.
Okay. Do you think that you use the skills you learn in your school, which is helping in your current job?
Yeah, definitely, because there are a lot of frameworks which I studied, like Flamworks model or like MECE, because whether it's marketing, finance, or any other industry, you're gonna be doing some kind of like deep understanding of what is the problem in front of you, and then you will be dividing it into chunks, and then at last we all do some kind of consulting in our own work. So I got to know like a lot of toolkits in the strategy side, and then coming to the consulting side, it depends on like what you are going to implement. I'll if one tool I'll say you should learn is like Excel. Whether you are an analyst or even if you are in marketing or let's say some other role, you're gonna be using it. That is like a base tool for everyone. I mean, in the first internship, I got to learn about like HubSpot. It is a sales management tool.
Nice. So, for someone who is studying MSc in strategic and consulting, after graduation, what kind of roles they can apply for within Europe or outside Europe or anywhere?
So I guess they can apply to data analyst, junior consultant, the strategy analyst, and a business analyst, because business analyst is one of the trending role in this domain. Companies usually hire junior business analysts in the initial years, and once they like understand the business, they slightly move into the role of associate and then into like higher roles in as a consultant. These are a few roles, and even program management or like product owner or something like that could also be an option for them if they are technical enough. So these are the things.
So it is more of technical or operational? Or do you think
It depends.
about this?
It really depends on your job scenario. If your company is more technical, then your job will require you to do some technical stuffs on the tools like Jira or something. But if your company is not that technical, but totally on the product or like retail based, let's say Reckitt or Henkel, you might need to do some kind of like business modeling or maybe like data analysis. But you should be having a good understanding of market.
So it is better to skill ourselves on both technical and operational.
Both, yeah, that would be a good thing.
So we'd like to know from you that how was your internship search?
Okay, I don't know about the other countries, but first it depends on job market. It depends on the current economy of the country. But coming to France, the things change because one more major factor gets added to the list is the language. So it depends how fluent you are in French. I applied a lot of jobs. I mean, sometimes I got calls, sometimes I got ghosted, and even during the interview. So it's a hustle, definitely. It takes a lot of time, but sometimes people get very quickly depending on their skills and depending on their requirement by the company. And when they applied, it matched their skills, and the recruiter is ready to hire them immediately because they need to fill a position in their company. So I applied a lot of jobs. Some interviews were only in French, so it was tough for me to completely drive that interview in French, but I used to try. But I'll say one has to apply a lot of applications and have to pull really a lot of efforts, because currently, as we know, the job market is a little bit on the unstable side. So I mean, the full-time offer is even tough because that comes taking visa into account. So I'll say if you are finding an internship, just apply with some strategy in your head that okay, finding a particular domain and then applying. And sometimes if you don't want to do an internship in marketing when you are a finance person, and still if you are applying in marketing, then I think that will not match based on your skills and your ATS, which detects the keywords in your resume. So you have to be very peculiar about your resume, and you have to like keep refining it according to the role which you are applying. So I mean, then comes your effort in your interview, whatever you are getting. If the interviewer is happy with you and that things goes well in the other interviews as well, so you might get a one.
So I think it is you have to keep putting on applications so that finally you find a job. And that is everywhere globally right
Yes,
now.
it's not like India where companies comes to your campus.
So did EDEC have job fairs or events in your program?
Yeah, they used to organize few job fairs depending on the industry. Some were industry based, some were quite general, and companies used to come and they used to tell about their business, where we used to go and interact with the HR or maybe like companies. I mean, I can't recall if anyone from those fairs immediately got an offer, but sometimes recruiter might reach you after a few weeks, months, taking the availability in their account that they have a position open. So it depends, but it's a good thing to go there and to know about the company, to know about the business, because that might help you to frame your strategy to search a job.
So you mean to say that there are job fairs happening in your school which you did your master?
Yeah, they used to organize them.
So can you name some top companies on the job fairs which you had?
Sure. So I guess relevant to my course, the companies for BCG's subsidiary called Inverto was there, and Orphos was there, and Alvarez Marcel, and all these are the consulting companies, Wavestone and Sia Partners. These are French companies I'm naming. They are very domain specific. The other companies giants were Danone. It's a giant in food industry, dairy and food industry. Other were L'Oreal, Henkel, and like few of LVMH as well, like Dior and Tiffany and Company, and then Richemont Group. So all these companies were regularly coming in the job fairs. Apart from, so like we had Microsoft as well, I remember, and but there were a lot of companies for marketing, I guess, because France is known for marketing.
So there are a lot of big companies that are coming.
Also, like to expand your network. Basically, it's about networking.
Where did you stay during your studies, and roughly what does a monthly rent or budget in your city?
Okay, so I chose accommodation which was inside the campus, and the monthly rent was about 535 euros plus electricity, which was around let's say 50 to 60 euros per month, and quarterly we used to pay. So sometimes in winters the rent was very high. It can go up to like around 80 to 100 euros for a month. So in total, like it was 535 plus, let's suppose, roughly not 70 euros. So 600 euros was rent per month. Still, the other expense was the grocery, which was 3 euros per month for grocery. So it depends how much you are saving and how much you are cost cutting on that.
So one last question I have: an honest piece of advice you would give to Indian students who are planning to come to France for masters in strategy consulting related program? Okay,
so the one piece of advice I'll give is start learning. If you are aiming for particularly for France, I'll advise you to start learning French. That is very important. And the other piece of advice is brace yourself up for a lot of efforts and hardships, because there's nothing served on the plate here. You all have to like earn it and then have to enjoy it. And most importantly, have faith in yourself and try to learn new things and skill yourself up regularly with the relevant courses and the trending topics which are currently at a hot seat for the industries which you are aiming to apply for. So that will serve as a base for your target. So that is the advice I can give for the people who are willing to come for this program in France.
Yeah, that was a great advice and it will be helpful. Okay, Nachiket, thanks for keeping it real. This will be super helpful for Indian students planning their masters in France. And for everyone watching, if you want help shortlist for strategy and consulting programs in France, or if you want to check your eligibility and fees, you can message us on WhatsApp or book a free consultation with Edumox. So all the links are in the description. See you in the next video. Bye.